Hey guys, it's Oscar on the Space Couch today. We're joined by the Probe Droid, because I rewatched The Empire Strikes Back. Started watching it on the 40th anniversary a few days ago. Only got about halfway through it because I started watching it late. Managed to finish it yesterday. Thoroughly enjoyable, and as always with Star Wars movies, they always see more things every time I watch them. So I picked up on like certain musical cues and stuff, like Han and Leia when they're fixing the Falcon in the maintenance bay, the Leia theme and some of the other themes that are in there. Han's jacket on Hoth is actually brown. I know it tracks as blue on the screen and all the toys had it as blue, but when you look carefully in some of the shots, it is brown. Round about the edges you can see that it's brown, but the lighting does make it look like it's blue, so that was interesting as well. And some other stuff, just like the extra bits they added in where Vader's saying, alert my Star Destroyer to prepare for my arrival. Then when he arrives, so the shuttle comes into land, he comes down the ramp and walks. That's actually from Return of the Jedi when he lands on the second Death Star, because when you look carefully, he's going down the ramp, you see Moff Jerjerrod there, and his mouth is moving, but obviously they've overdubbed it with other stuff. So that was interesting. I hadn't noticed that, or rather, I learned that in a video, and then I spotted it for myself yesterday. But yeah, it's really, really good. And just other things, Luke's training on Dagobah, and the pacing, not that it's slow or anything, but I mean, it's well paced. There are moments where you get to breathe, and you feel like you're learning about these characters. But the Vader in the cave on Dagobah scene, the background that it comes through, you can see it's triangular like this, just like, of course, when that vision plays out in Cloud City. So nice little touch there. And I did notice where Luke is fighting Vader, when Vader starts throwing all stuff at him and he goes through the window. In the background, there's the gold disc that's got two gold discs above it that looks like a gold Mickey Mouse. It's funny because obviously that was 1980, so they were always in the background. But yeah, I mean, thoroughly enjoyed. Yoda looked absolutely fantastic, still so real. You believe it's an actual person. Just how he looks around, you know, when he's doing his thing about the Force, creates us, binds us, all that sort of stuff, how he looks around and everything like this. It's just so well orchestrated. And his lifting out of the X-Wing from the swamp versus Luke doing it in the Rise of Skywalker. And the musical cue obviously being the same, but it was always with Yoda's music rather than just X-Wing comes out of the water music, I suppose. But yes, that scene particularly was very well done. And it was very clear from watching it this time that Yoda, it was like, it's not that he's exasperated by Luke, because there's times like when Luke starts to lift it out of the water and he's going, like this and everything. But then obviously he fails. And other times when he's getting distracted during the training, it's like Yoda's has made progress with him on several times, like, yes, calm your mind and all that sort of stuff. Then Luke will have his vision or whatever. Luke has lost his concentration, can't lift the X-Wing out of the water, and yes, that is why you fail, because you don't believe it's true, that it's impossible. So yes, that was interesting to see Luke's development as a character, which we didn't get with Rey in the sequel trilogy, but absolutely fantastic. Great seeing Lando and Lobot and all that sort of stuff. What else? The droids are very funny, but there's one scene I thought was I was wondering what on earth was going on when they were filming this scene. In Cloud City, Boba Fett's just left with Han Solo on the Slave One, and there's a big R2 sets off the cloud of smoke and everything, but then as they're leaving, or they're at the doorway, R2's just like milling about. What's he doing? Was that the remote controlled R2, or was it the one with Kenny Baker in it? Didn't know which direction he was meant to go in. I don't know. But yeah, still a great movie. I do still rate the original Star Wars over it, just because of the emotional connection I have to that film, being the first film I remember seeing in the cinema, and the effect it had on me. And obviously, you know, I love The Force Awakens, but Empire Strikes Back is absolutely fantastic. As sequels go, it is rightly lauded as one of the very best, with, like, say, Godfather 2, Terminator 2, Aliens, that sort of thing, that really expands the world building. And great seeing the Emperor again and their conversation. Interesting as well, because I've read the Star Wars comics, and when the Emperor tells Vader, basically, Luke is Anakin's son, and Vader's like, oh, how do we know? It's like, search your feelings, Lord Vader. You will know it to be true. He knows it to be true for a fact. He found out from Boba Fett that the pilot was called Skywalker. And obviously, he's also seen the lightsaber, where they have that very brief meeting on the factory planet in the Star Wars comics. They cross blades once. Yeah. So that was interesting, seeing that, knowing the backstory and all the extra context that it gives. But anyway, guys, that's just my thoughts on The Empire Strikes Back. Absolutely fantastic. I will have to watch Return of the Jedi. I still need to watch Return of the Sith as well, but I think I'm going to watch all of the Clone Wars that I've got anyway, the 5 seasons before then. So why don't you let me know what you think of The Empire Strikes Back? Is it your favourite Star Wars film? If not, which one is your favourite? Because like I said, I remember seeing it in the cinema, coming out, just floating down the stairs, thinking of Cloud City and all that sort of stuff. Fantastic film. Another one. What a surprise that a Star Wars film had a hugely formative impact on me as a child. But why don't you let me know what you think? Please subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed this content. Leave me a comment suggestion for a topic you'd like to see discussed, or like the video.